There's so many things we have to see, that whatever has been revealed to you, you can verify it. For example, I had said long time back that Mooladhara Chakra is made out of carbon atom. And if you see it from left to the right, right to the left side, you see nothing but a swastika. So now you see from left to the right, then you see Omkara. And once you see from down below upward, you see the Alpha and Omega. Now see, Christ has said that I am the Alpha and the Omega. So this swastika becomes Omkara, also becomes Christ. You can see it very clearly. Now we have got a beautiful picture of that. We have a tape, and I wanted to see you all that, but I don't know how we can manage here. But I wish you all could see it. It's so clear-cut. So Alpha and Omega, also these mathematical things have come to us from inside, from the divine. This is not we have created. This was found out by some mathematicians who were realized souls, and they used this Alpha and Omega. It's surprising how it shows so clearly that swastika becoming Omkar, and Omkar then becoming Alpha and Omega. So everything in Sahaja Yoga is tangible and can be verified. Mooladhara Chakra is very, very complicated. It's one of the most complicated chakras, I think, because it has many waves. It has many compartments, we can say, which all the time are vibrating and oscillating. So to steady down these, you should try to be absolutely dedicated to Shri Ganesha. Shri Ganesha, as I have told you, was incarnated as Jesus Christ. And Jesus was also a very innocent person. If he was not innocent, he would not have been crucified. But he was not a cunning fellow to see the cunning of others. His own disciple deceived him, and still he knew who it was. He never said who it was. If you see, his life is full of innocent beauty. He is such a simple-hearted personality, such a good personality, and wherever he saw anything wrong done, he used to go all out to fight it. Same with Shri Ganesha. Shri Ganesha's blessings are very important for all the people who are specially prone to some sort of a hurdle or sankat, as they call it. He is called as Sankat Vimochan, the one who takes you out of all the hurdles of life. So many of you have experienced how he has helped you in different troubles and hurdles, and also different type of very, very difficult times. It is his style that he manages things so well because he is a Ganapati. Ganapati means the one who is the Lord of the Ganas. As I have told you, Ganas exist within us very nicely settled down as these bodies, small bodies, who report. If there's any problem, they report to the brain that there's a problem. And on the sternum bone is the residence, or we can say is the throne of the goddess Durga. So whenever there is any problem, we are found into some trouble, sternum bones start vibrating. And these bodies, which are ganas, get the information. Antibodies, they are called in the medical terminology. Then these ganas attack. They can target also. They know how to target the trouble and attack it. One may think that only the people who are suffering medically are helped by ganas. Is not true. Also the people who are mentally upset, who are mentally suffering, are also helped by the ganas. These ganas are so good at targeting their problems that sometimes one is surprised how things have worked out. Also, the Mother Earth's powers he has got is that he is magnetic. He attracts people towards himself. People take to him very easily, as we take to children very easily. So that is magnetic power that he has got within himself. Now you will be surprised, this magnet exists also in the birds, also in many animals, but especially in the birds. That's how they can follow direction where they have to go. They are flying from, say, Siberia all the way, flying to Australia. How do they fly? And again they come back to the same. It also is in the fishes. Fishes also are found, say, in the waters which are coming from some hills. So they come to the plains for some time, and again God knows how they go back to their own place. So to going back to the own place is only possible if there's a way of knowing the direction. But they know the direction. They have a sense of direction. Also they are bound by their own qualities. For example, a snake will be a snake, dog will be a dog, and a lion will be a lion. But human beings have perhaps all the animals within them. So they could be anything, you can't say. They are too cunning to admit that they can be anything. And once they become anything like that, you are amazed how these people can be of such a low level when they are human beings. But it is so, because Ganesha has not been respected in their lives. So they can go to any level, any place. Today is the happiest day for all of you, for the whole universe, because Shri Ganesha was created. He was created to emit auspiciousness through his Chaitanya. First, the whole cosmos was filled with this Chaitanya Srishti. Then Brahmadeva came into play and he created all the matter. But the greatest blessings of the divine power was to symbolize Chaitanya. And this Chaitanya has many aspects, but especially in Sri Ganesha, it is auspiciousness. In these modern times, people have lost the sense of auspiciousness. Everything that emits vibrations, Chaitanya is auspicious, it's Shubha. And whatever does not, is not by any chance auspicious. So first of all, whatever you worship, whatever you accept, all of them have to be auspicious things. Every shape has a coefficients, and all these shapes which you see not necessarily give vibrations. But in the human beings also we find there are many people like you who have Chaitanya flowing in them. But this Chaitanya, when it flows, we just take Shri Ganesha for granted. We do not understand that we have to awaken Shri Ganesha within us means what? What we have to do. To manifest Shri Ganesha, we have to do certain amount of tapasya, penance. First, we have to say, when we sit for meditation, that I am going to be worthy of your appreciation. Make me humble, so that I am appreciated by you, and my only desire is to please. Then you sit down in complete preparedness, meditating over your Mooladhara, putting your attention to it with absolute purity. Now you have my photograph before you, and you tell the photograph that, Mother, you who are the Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, you give me wisdom and discretion. So attention at the Mooladhara Chakra, which is actually below the sacrum bone. You put your right hand towards the photograph and left hand on the measurement. Now, this will tell you that your mind or your brain, which is full of confusion, which has no discretion, which is complicated, which does the same mistakes again and again, which does not understand how to cure the ills of bad thinking. All that can be cured if you put the right hand towards me and the left hand towards the body. Now, as he is the essence of everything that is material, that has power, that has been created, is the essence of everything that is being created. Through him, everything has been created. When you develop that, you develop your sense of subtle creativity and the sense of subtle appreciation of creativity. Then you develop your discretion how to behave with others in a beautiful manner, so that your ego is controlled. The behavior should be such that there should be no expression of ego in your behavior. Now many people should try this thing, sitting in a group together, meditating, saying the mantra of Shri Ganesha, to try to build up. Those who think too much, they should also try to say, not this, not this, not this. Even the superego, when it gives you thoughts, you should say, not this, not this, not this. So you will develop that state where you study yourself and nothing else. So the innocence plays, but it is not involved. It sees the play, just sees. It enjoys the play, just enjoys. So today, when we are thinking of Shri Ganesh, let us desire that within us His great power of innocence
be enlightened.
Let my wisdom shine in my attention. Let Sri Ganesha throw his light in my attention. Mentally, you people are very alert, no doubt. And you can always cheat yourself nicely. That's the point where you could see yourself, introspection. Just introspect. Why do I do like that? Why cannot I meditate? Am I going to miss out? Why cannot not do something that is good for me? Introspection is the only way you can see yourself, how far you are from Sri Ganesha. Even I have seen when I say something in general, people always, the mind is very clever, thinks that I am talking about somebody else, not about them. It's a convex mind, convex, which never receives anything inside itself because there is no wisdom. If you are wise, then not only that you will accept, but you will understand and it will penetrate into your attention through your central nervous system. You just know that this is it. Now, you know that this, if you put your hand towards this candle, your fingers might burn. You know it definitely with experience. And you won't do that. With experience you have learned not to put your hand onto the candle. And this wisdom is there. I don't have to tell you that. But this is a new life you have started, a spiritual life. When you are going into the spiritual life, try to remember your experiences. One after another. How you got transformed, how you changed, how many the bad things that you had disappeared gradually, and how you have become so nice. This will take away your depression to begin with. Then you should think that what do I have to do further? Am I really wise or I am stupid? After getting your self-realization, when Sri Ganesha is shining in your attention, you should see your reflection clearly and try to correct it. Only this much wisdom if you have, that I have to work out my benevolence, you will do it. And the power of Sri Ganesha's greatness is auspiciousness. It's a coefficient. It's a formula, we can say, in scientific language, that emits auspiciousness. It's a magnet in the Mother Earth.
the same magnet is within you, which is Shri Ganesh. You leave me alone and I can tell you which is the north, south, east, west. Close my eyes, still I'll tell you. You know there are so many birds who fly out all the way to Australia, to Siberia, because they have that magnet with them. They have that innocence with them. There are so many fishes which have got actual magnet placed in them. Scientists should find out. In the same way, Shri Ganesha within us is magnetic. So a person who has Shri Ganesha awakened within himself becomes magnetic. And magnet attracts the steel, not dried leaves. It does not steel. And steel is like the Guru Tattva. Is the man with the steel, say. Man of steel. A person who has character, conviction, and who cannot be dominated by temptations is a man of steel. So this magnet attracts the steel. Steel has only one bad thing about it, that it is not pliable. It's rather dry. But the magnet attracts means it creates that special quality in the steel that it moves towards the magnet. In the same way, when this magnet is awakened within you, you will be amazed. Instead of people running away from your ashrams, they will be running towards you. I find it impossible. I go to any house. If they come to know I am there, God save me. Anywhere. Any place. So what is this magnet? It's pure love. Is pure love. And the concept of pure love is that it doesn't depend on anything whatsoever but on itself. It is the support of itself. It's like light that spreads just by its own nature. It doesn't want anything, doesn't expect anything. Just spreads all over and enlightens other people's heart. That's why they get attracted. Those who have not even seen me, those who have not even known me, just with my name I have seen. Places like Calcutta, we had such a problem, such crowds, that they said we have to call the police. I said there's no need to call the police, but we'll manage somehow. In Pune we had such crowds that the fellow who gave us the hall got a fright. He said, Mother, I'll give you a very big area where you can sit down in a big open place, but I am sorry, in my hall all will be finished. I said, you don't worry. Everything will be in proper place. We had such crowds that people were sitting on the ground, on the staircase, everywhere. Until I spoke, nobody moved an inch. You see, like a picture. And I spoke for 1.5 hours. Just like a picture. No movement of hand, feet, eyes, nothing. Just sitting like a picture. And the gentleman who owned that hall had never seen such a thing before. Throughout for 1.5 hours, no movement of any kind. What is it that working? Is the magnet. Even if you are the steel, it will attract. But if you are a magnet, then it will attract in such a way that it will never leave this magnet. So for yoga it is important that you fix up your magnets of Shri Ganesha, who is the childlike personality. A child, just one child, everybody is attracted towards the child. One child gets stuck up somewhere in the air. Whether you are a Russian, American or an Arab, everybody would be worried about the child, what's happening to the child. They will not think it's an Arab child or an American child, no. Unless until it's a devil. Why this attraction for children? Because their magnets are intact. Their ego has not yet developed. Our ego had to develop because we had to decide in our own freedom what is right and what is wrong. So the ego developed was all right. Up to a point we should have developed our ego. But we overdeveloped it. And overdeveloped it. Overlapped the superego also. No conditioning. Nothing. We'll do whatever we like. Today we are wearing a half pant, tomorrow we'll wear a long pant, all right? Then we'll cut our hair or we'll do this, we'll do that. No conditioning of any kind. All superego was also covered. Ego. This ego would have been all right if you had kept your Ganesh Tattva. And what is that? Is the wisdom power of Ganesha. The second power of Ganesha is that he gives you wisdom. If you see a farmer and a big professor or a very well educated man and talk to both of them, you will find the farmer has much more wisdom than this MAD, PhD. Why? Because he deals with Mother Earth every day. He knows the living process. He knows about the innocence of the Mother Earth. So an innocent person is the wisest among. A child who is innocent is much wiser than 10 ego-oriented people. So the second capacity of Shri Ganesha is that you become a wise person. When you speak, people start looking at you. You speak like Kabira, you speak like Nanaka. You speak like something that makes people feel their spirit. This is what I call is a Sahajogi. A Sahajogi who does not have wisdom is good for nothing. He comes to Sahajoga and he is like a bull in a china shop. Goes on hitting this person and hitting that person and hitting that person. And when you ask this 3 wounded person, they say that bull, the same bull. Everybody reports about the same bull. Oh, that's the one. All right. So it grants you wisdom. the power of Sri Ganesha. Your eyes are radiant. You get a spark in your eye, a light in your eye. When he is enlightened in you, then you cannot look at anyone with lust and greed. But this glance is so powerful that even one glance is sufficient to purify thousands of people. Just the opening of the eyes are necessary. And you find whole thing changes into a beautiful morning from a complete dark night. Glance can awaken the Kundalini. The mother Kundalini cannot move unless and until Sri Ganesha gives the permission. He is like the Vice Chancellor sitting on all the chakras. He has to certify, all right, passed, go. On every chakra. And when the Kundalini rises, Sri Ganesha is awakened, otherwise Kundalini cannot rise. But then when he sleeps down, Kundalini is sucked by him. Now we think we have lost our innocence. That's not easy to be lost. It is not destructible. Only thing, what you have done is to cover it with something that cannot allow Sri Ganesha's principle to manifest in us. You have pushed it down. You have brought pressure on it. You have brought loads and loads of nonsense on it. That's all. But it never dies. It is an eternal principle of the whole universe. The another quality of a person who is endowed with Sri Ganesha's powers is that he removes all the hurdles. If one person of this nature is in some place, all the rest of the people who are nearby will be saved if there's an accident or if there's any problem which is destructive. All of them will be saved. You will find this happening too. He being the Ganapati, he is now the master of all the Ganas. He guides you. Sahaj Yoga cannot work out without Sri Ganesh. He is the one who is Sahaj. He is the one who creates all spontaneity of the world. He is the one who takes you to the right path. He is the one who gives you everything easily. He is the one who creates all the chamatkaras, all the magic, all the miracles of the world. He is the Ganapati. He is the one who is sitting on Ganas. In the sense that he is like the king of all the Ganas. The one who has pleased Sri Ganesha has pleased all the gods and goddesses. Because all the gods and goddesses are pleasing Sri Ganesha. So what is the need? And Sri Ganesha is very clever. He knows. Please. His mother is the only simple thing he has to do. To have all the powers of the world. Just keep the mother pleased. There are so many qualities of Sri Ganesha which can be described. He is the one who gives us the joy of eating. If you eat some food, you may like it, you may not like it. But he is the one who will tell you it is made by Sajuvis, it is made by your mother. That means he gives you the taste of love in the food that is good for you. Because he is love. He gives you the ideas how to express your love.